You've just heard your name called on draft night, and now you're at your first NBA practice running onto the court in brand new sneakers. Your rookie number shining under the bright lights. Every whistling play call feels huge. Not just another highlight reel, but proof that you've made it to the pros. Late night study sessions at the playbook, early morning workouts, and hours in the film room replace your old college routine. This isn't just a game anymore, it's your new full-time job. From summer league to training camp shock, stepping off the team bus into your first NBA Summer League gym feels like walking onto another planet. The floor hums with pros sprinting at full throttle, veteran guards cutting you off at the rim like human traffic cones, and scouts perch courtside, clipboards in hand. Day 1 begins with a flood of sprints and shell drills designed to test conditioning and court awareness. By evening, you've already run 8 full courts 5-on-5 scrimmages, each one ending with a rapid fire line drill. Shoot, rebound, sprint back. The air is thick with sweat, and your lungs burn. But the real shock comes when you realize every mistake is magnified. Those 2 drop passes in transition replay in your head like a broken record. Rookie orientation follows, where assistant coaches brief you on team culture, pre-game rituals, media routines, even which locker room bulletin board holds the motivational flyers. You learn the unspoken pecking order, who earns the veteran chair by the whiteboard and who parks at the end of the bench. You memorize locker combinations, practice court quirks, and the precise timing for towel boy breaks. Meanwhile, the NBA-level playbook lands in your hands, an 80-page manual of pick and roll variants, weak side rotations, and late clock isolation sets. Overnight, you ingest new terminology, horns action, you cut, slip screen. Each play is a tiny logic puzzle you must solve in real time. Then the veterans arrive. You see them in pro-style shorts and sweatbands, effortlessly snapping passes you've been drilling since middle school. They size you up in a full-court press, baiting you into turnovers, then call out your mistakes during timeouts. Imposter syndrome sets in. You replay their casual conversations, wondering if they talk strategy or just laugh about off-season parties. Every errant dribble echoes the question, do I belong here? Film room baptism, learning at light speed. The film room is where rookies truly earn their stripes. Each day starts before sunrise as you shuffle into a darkened theater with a tablet in hand. Coaches cue up last night's game, and the first clip they show is always a turnover or blown defensive rotation, slow motion, freeze frame, telestrator markings around your hands and feet. You learn that every hesitation is a data point tracked in an analytics dashboard that charts passing angles, shot selection heat maps, and points per possession allowed. You memorize coverage calls. Drop 3 means the big man sags off for help defense. Ice 1 means funneling the ball handler toward the sideline. You log each defensive assignment in your notes, opponent tendencies, threat zones, and beat you to the rim speeds. Apps highlight your cutting efficiency, the ratio of successful cuts that results in a scoring chance versus those that stall the offense. You see, you're at 0.35 effective cuts per possession, below the veteran guard average of 0.50. That gap becomes your target. Film sessions often stretch 3 hours or more. Every rookie gets bombarded with clips. Here's when you failed to reset after a broken play. Here's the pass you missed on the backside corner. Coaches quiz you on reads. In this 4-second window, which help rotation did you expect? You answer with trembling specificity, reciting the precise rule for that coverage. Between sessions, you download additional film packages, opponent scout tapes, highlight breakdowns, and even silent practice clips to study footwork. Your tablet's notes folder bulges with play diagrams and defensive keys. You practice drawing out splits on index cards, testing yourself on coverage calls during breakfast. It's like finals week every day, only the stakes are instant cut lists and reduced minute assignments. The grind of practices and shoot-arounds. A rookie's day rarely ends after the final buzzer. You're up before dawn for core and strength sessions, bench presses, sled pushes, medicine ball slams, geared toward injury prevention and explosive first steps. Your coach expects you to log at least 300 prescribed lifts per week, plus agility ladders to sharpen foot speed. By 7 a.m., you're transitioned to the practice court where instant coaches station themselves courtside, whistles at the ready. Full team practices simulate game scenarios at 100% intensity. Coaches stop play at every missed rotation or sloppy pass, demanding immediate correction. You run infinite catch-and-shoot drills, 500 spot-up jumpers on day 1, 600 by week 2. Each makes you a little more consistent. Every miss a notch in the coach's correction log. In situational 5-on-5 scrimmages, coaches pause after every rookie turnover, pull you aside, and demonstrate the right footwork or pass angle on the whiteboard. Midday shooter rounds focus on confidence building. Set your own pace, knock down 150 open looks, all white media members click photos from the baseline. They want to capture your form, your expression, every mortified miss or infectious grin on camera. The goal? Internalize muscle memory to the point where contested shots in-game feel like half-court layups in practice. Late afternoon walkthroughs reintroduce new wrinkle sets. Today we add a false step before the pick and roll, or we'll run a delayed skip pass in the set. You learn to switch your mental gear between catch and shoot focus, post entry reads, and ball screen dive lanes. By sunset, you complete assisted defensive closeouts and half-court press recoveries until fatigue frays your technique. Exactly when coaches turn the heat up, expecting discipline under duress. Off court, you log extra reps. Post-practice, you return with a small group of rookies and marginal vets to shoot until the arena empties. You tally each rep on a clipboard. 4,371 catch and shoot, 1,223 dribble drive. That extra 45 minutes becomes sacred, a micro-edge that separates you from the pack. Earning respect, vets, coaches, and locker room politics. Joining an NBA roster means navigating a minefield of personalities. Veterans have earned locker-style real estate and command unspoken deference. You learn early to avoid interrupting their film breakdowns or stepping into their shooting lanes, yet earning respect requires confidence. You offer concise feedback on drills, show up early for voluntary sessions, and demonstrate that you value the craft more than the spotlight. Mentorship often comes from unlikely sources. An aging all-star point guard might pull you aside after practice, offering a half-court clinic on footwork. Watch how I sell the screen, then slip backdoor when the defense overhelps. A backup center might teach grit drills, wrestle down posted-up reps to toughen up your finishing at the rim. You soak up each insight, grateful for every moment of individual attention. Locker room politics test your social intelligence. You greet each teammate by name, share water bottles without fanfare, and learn who appreciates a quick joke and who prefers a quiet focus. Rookie haze is subtle now. No more crashing practices in clown suits, but you face challenges like remembering signing hierarchies for team dinners, or navigating pre-game rituals where leaving a water cup in the wrong spot can earn a light ribbing. Coaches watch these dynamics closely. They note who takes ownership of mistakes and who deflects blame. During practice, you might voluntarily lead a set-piece drill, barking out corrections with authority. That display of leadership can elevate you from bench fodder to a trusted rotational piece. Conversely, slacking off in walkthroughs or ignoring a veteran's correction can land you back on the end of the bench. On road trips, you learn the value of camaraderie. Rookies bond over shared hotel room film sessions and quiet late-night workouts. You swap notes on sleep hacks, recovery protocols, and which stretch on the team bus eases back strain. These friendships become lifelines when games get tough and nagging injuries flare. Mental battles, doubt, spotlights, and social media. Every errant pass or missed closeout splashes across social feeds in seconds. One night, you turn it over in transition. By morning, give Snoop the mistake. You wake to a feed full of critique. Rookie can't handle pressure. Needs more confidence. DMs flood with trolls questioning your heart. Sports talk hosts dissect your every hesitation on live TV, parsing tone and body language. That constant gaze can crush even seasoned pros. Rookies sometimes see their confidence crater by week 3. To survive, you assemble a mental toolkit. Mornings begin with 5-minute mindfulness sessions, breathing drills that ground you before film study. You practice positive visualization, replaying flawless finish-the-drive sequences in your mind like a pregame ritual. During film room breakdowns, you pause self-doubt by focusing on corrective cues, square shoulders, lock your eyes on the rim. You jot these mantras on your wristband as reminders. You lean on veterans who've walked this path. A third-year guard shares how he handled a brutal shooting slump by focusing on process over results, tracking the quality of release rather than points scored. Your position coach teaches you to reframe turnovers as learning data. A turnover is just 0.5 points against you, but doubles as film fodder for improvement. You start logging each error in a growth notebook, noting adjustments for next practice. On off days, you limit social media exposure, skipping Twitter for family group chats or briefings on team strategy. You designate quiet hours to recharge without scrolling comments. Mental fatigue, like physical wear, accumulates if unchecked. Sports psychologists on staff run weekly check-ins, guiding you through journaling exercises that channel anxiety into actionable goals. Reduce forced shots by 20% this month. Cut turnovers below 2 per game. During games, you use the in-the-moment cues to silence doubts. A quick finger tap on your thigh tells you to reset after a bad play. You practice a 1-second bailout breath when the crowd noise crescendos. These tiny habits carve out mental space amid chaos. Wear and tear, physical toll, and injury management. Rookie life means back-to-back games stretched into 48 minutes of sprinting, sliding, and slicing through defense. Each full-court layup drills your patellar tendons. Every screen you set pounds your shoulders. Weekends bring road trips. 3 games in 5 nights. Minimal rest. Your body sounds alarms. Morning stiffness, niggling ankle sprains, shoulder tightness from endless rap catches. Recovery becomes a science. At 6 a.m., you slide into a cold plunge pool set at 50 degrees Fahrenheit, constricting blood vessels to flush inflammation. Trainers follow with foam roller sessions targeting quadriceps and IT bands, kneading out adhesions that build after 40 minutes of game speed. Later, you wear compression boots that rhythmically pump to expedite circulation in your calves. Daily routines include targeted band work for rotator cuffs, 20 resisted internal and external rotations on each side, twice a day, to prevent micro tears from 200 combined chest and overhead passes per practice. Cupping therapy marks your upper back. Red circles from silicone cups remind you that the tissue beneath needs decompression. 1 day per week, you schedule a soft tissue mobilization session with the team chiropractor to address joint mobility in the hips and spine. Nutrition and sleep protocols lock in gains. Your protein intake tops 1.8 grams per kilogram of body weight, fueling muscle repair. You swap late-night pizzas for a 40 mg dose of tart cherry concentrate, an antioxidant shown to reduce post-exercise soreness by 25%. Sleep extends to a strict 9.5 hours on game nights, aided by blue light blockers and a 15-minute wind-down meditation. Despite precautions, minor injuries persist. A rolled ankle in practice costs you a day of court work and extra physio. You ice the joints for 50 minutes every 2 hours, while kinesiology tape supports lateral ligaments during shoot-arounds. Shoulder impingement from extended shooting sessions limit your range, so you adjust mechanics under an athletic trainer's watchful eye, emphasizing elbow positioning to reduce supraspinatus strain. Strategic rest days become sacred. Coaches grant you light contact practices after a 3-game stretch to preserve freshness. You learn to say no to extra petri dish scrimmages, prioritizing long-term availability over short-term brownie points. Veteran players counter restraints. You'll have 82 games. Protect the body that plays them. First NBA minutes, from call-up to court debut. When your name flashes on the scorer's table for the first time, adrenaline surges through every nerve ending. You jog to the baseline, sneakers squeaking, heart pounding at 140 BPM. Your coach's hand on your shoulder feels like a life raft. You've earned these fleeting minutes. In garbage time, you scan the courts, defensive assignments, spacing, and the 24-second clock. Even with 90% of your focus on game speed, you remember your coach's rule: protect the ball first. You flash a quick pick and roll read, sneaking a pocket pass to the trailing wind. Your first assist, a clean feed that sparks an easy bucket. You lock eyes with a veteran guard, who nods approval. That nod cements your belief that you belong. In Game 2, you enter with 10 left on the clock, up by 8. You execute a baseline backdoor cut you drilled into muscle memory, receiving the pass at full stride, finishing with a reverse layup. The broadcast flashes split screen. Your fluid layup on one side, the league's top rookies' best highlights on the other. Suddenly, you're part of the rookie class narrative. But harsh lessons follow. In Game 3, you hesitate on a closeout, and your man drains a step back 3. Replay shows you froze. Your feet planted instead of shuffling. Social media pounces. Should have closed out. Trends on Twitter. You watch the film the next morning, marking that hesitation as homework. Minute allocation remains limited, 4 to 6 minutes per game. You might average 3.2 points, 1.5 assists, and 1.2 turnovers in these scraps of opportunity, but every second counts. Coaches track your per 36-minute projections, extrapolate your box score to measure potential. You know that keeping turnovers under 2 per 36 minutes can earn more burn, so you adjust, focusing on safe passes and high percentage shots. During practice, you replicate those real game scenarios, imaginary shot clocks ticking, fake cheers erupting. Reps become simulations of your brief court stints. Mentally, you replay your first assist dozens of times, reinforcing confidence. You also rehearse proper closeout mechanics until your feet automatically slide on ignition. Life off courts and outlook. Between game days, your rookie calendar fills with sponsor meet and greets, media interviews, and social media shoots. You trade comfy sweats for press-ready polos, reciting talking points, gratitude for opportunity, commitment to growth. Brand reps coach you on hashtags and angles, Tag us for a repost. Soon, you master quick product drops, loving my pregame fuel from X brand. Yet you guard focus fiercely, declining any engagement that disrupts skill routines or recovery sleep. Family time competes with film sessions. You carve out Sunday afternoon calls home, using noise-canceling earbuds to drown out the hotel hustle. Loved ones ground you, reminding you that nights are long, but careers are longer. They celebrate small wins. Your first broadcast assist, a positive coach's note, and dish them back when you doubt your progress. Relationships face tests. Long-distance demands video calls squeezed between road games. You carve out pre-game dinners to stay connected. Friends outside the league ask for free tickets or shots. You learn to set boundaries, explaining politely but firmly that the season's grind doesn't pause. As the rookie year wraps, you tally lessons. You've absorbed 2 playbooks, weathered film room drills that charted hundreds of errors, and logged thousands of extra reps. You improved your assist-to-turnover ratio from 1.8 to 2.5 in limited minutes. You slashed turnovers by 30% after targeted drills. You cut your missed catch and shoot rates from 42% to 36% through late-night sessions, proof that incremental gains compound. Your outlook shifts from survival to expansion. Your 2 goals crystallize, mastering more late clock sets, elevating your pull-up 3 to 40% efficiency, and cementing a consistent rotational role. You envision yourself backing up the starter, ready to step in for 12 to 50 minutes nightly. You see a path to 1,000 total minutes, up from 276 this season, and 25 PD 36-minute production benchmarks. Off court, you commit to continuous growth, enrolling in a one-on-one shooting camp next summer, maintaining off-season trainers' check-ins, and sharpening mental tools with monthly sports psych sessions. You plan strategic brand work by selecting partners aligned with your journey, not distractors. Your rookie season is a crucible of dreams, discipline, and self-discovery, each challenge forging the pro you're becoming. From summer league trials and training camp shock to film room baptisms and first NBA minutes, this journey demands everything you've got.